Recently, Honorable Supreme Court of India, in a judgment, ordered that two-finger test conducting on a rape survivor would amount to the offense of misconduct. Now, let us first understand what the two-finger test is. Two-finger test is a test done on vagina to check the presence or absence of the hymen, and in total examine the vagina so that it can be known that whether the penetration happened in that vagina or not. So with the two-finger test we can draw inference that whether the respected woman had sexual intercourse or not, or having sexual intercourse regularly or not. So in two-finger test, what the court said is, two-finger test is just used as to know whether a woman is habituated to sexual intercourse, whether that woman is sexually active. That is irrelevant. And if the fact that the rape survivor was sexually active or is sexually active, that is irrelevant in the case where the consent is an issue during the time of rape. Consent of a woman is the biggest criteria in a rape law, and consent does not only confine to a woman. Consent is there for every being. Here in this case, in the judgment that was led by Justice D.Y. Chandrachud and Justice Hema Kohli, they pointed out that two-finger test conducting on a rape survivor would amount to misconduct because it has nothing to do with the quality of the consent or the consent in issue. For the sexual intercourse, by conducting two-finger test, you can definitely know that whether a woman is sexually active or whether her vagina is having penetration regularly or not. You can definitely know that. But does that penetration, does that sexual intercourse is having with the consent, and to be precise, with the free consent of the respected woman, that cannot be ascertained through two-finger test. And Justice Hema Kohli has pointed out to the section 53A of the Indian Evidence Act 1872, which says in a layman's language that whenever there is a case of rape, so the character of a victim or the said person is irrelevant in proving the consent or the quality of the consent. Whether that a particular woman is sexually active or having many sexual intercourses in her life, that is irrelevant in a particular case of rape to prove that her consent was there. Her character, whether she is enjoying her sex life or whether she is enjoying her celibate life, both of them are irrelevant in proving the consent. And tomorrow we don't know what our state of mind going to be. Tomorrow what is today, now, at the present moment, what is our state of mind, that does not guarantee that the same state of mind will remain tomorrow also. So if today I am having a sexual intercourse, tomorrow also I will have sexual intercourse, and for last 10 days, for last 2 months I am sexually active. Okay, does this mean that tomorrow I will be going to have sexual intercourse? Just contemplate on it. I will give you another example. If you are active on social media, you check your Instagram feeds, Twitter feeds, WhatsApp statuses, you are active on social media. Okay, now does this mean that whatever information you are getting on WhatsApp, Instagram, Twitter, will you consent? Will you agree with every news? Your state of activeness, does it prove that you will accept every news? Will you agree with every news? And who knows, the news you are getting on social media may be a fake news. So you are active on social media, you are reading a feed or post, after reading it you will just accept it as it is, or you will disagree with that news or feed and you will just scroll down to the next news, because what you had read, that might be a fake news too. So it's very normal to disagree with. So in this example I'm trying to show you that mere activity, mere status of activeness on social media does not prove that you will agree or give consent to every news you are getting on social media. Your activeness on social media is irrelevant in proving the fact that you are accepting whatever you are seeing on social media, whatever you are watching on social media. Maybe there may be a case that you may see an obscene post, an obscene photo. So there may be a case you may disagree with that post or photo. So the simple reason that you are active on social media does not mean that you will agree with every post and news on social media. Similar is the analogy in the case of woman. A woman who is sexually active does not mean that she will give consent for every next sexual intercourse. For every sexual intercourse, she will give consent. No, each sexual intercourse depends whether she is giving consent or not. That may vary with each sexual intercourse, but simply jumping on a conclusion that she is having many sexual intercourse, so this time also she will be giving consent freely and she would be enjoying in sexual intercourse. Those who think like this, they are the ones who see whatever on social media just accept as it is or just disagree as it is, be it a good content, be it a bad content, obscene content, illegal content, whatever. And I term these types of people as ignorants, or in Urdu we can say jahil. So Supreme Court has rightly observed that past acts, the acts which are done in the past, have no relevance with the acts done in the present. Maybe till yesterday a person would be giving consent freely, but today that person's mind has changed and now she don't want to give the consent freely. So similar is the case, and I would appreciate Justice Chandrachud and Justice Kohli that they have realized this thing, that past character, past deeds, past acts has nothing to do with present act or present deeds. You know, in Jainism there is a saying that whatever is your deed you will get the fruit, but when will you get the fruit? That is the question. I say whatever deed you have done you will get the fruit spontaneously. For example, you are thirsty, you made a deed, you drank water, and now your thirst is over. That is the fruit. And the deed what you have done is drank the water. That is your deed, and the thirst is over. That is your fruit. So deed and fruits are spontaneous, are attached to each other. There is no gap between deeds and fruit. So if you think that now you are suffering, it is because your past deeds, you are in a fallacy, you are illusioning yourself, you are decepting yourself. Whatever you did in the past, you got the fruits of it simultaneously. And now what you are suffering, that is because of your present deeds. That is because of deeds which are doing now. Deeds are not just the mere acts. Deeds may also include your thinking in the present moment, in the present moment acts. So with this case, I would like to explain you that your past deeds has gone into past. What is your present deed is your present deed. So before a rape, how many sexual intercourse that woman had in the past, that is irrelevant to the present case. Subscribe if you find this video helpful and share this video.